Cheers. Not very often have a beer, but tonight I am. Good evening. It seems like God ages, at least 4 weeks. Funny that, isn't it? It's been 4 weeks. How are we all? Thanks for having me here once again. Sorry, I'm looking up, I had it all set up, but then in typical poetic style, I've lost it. Tonight I'm going to be reading from my new book, which is called Once Upon a Time There Was, Now There Isn't. But it's easier to read off my screen than off the book. We also have, for those of you who have participated before, this was Joined Up Writing 1, the collaborative piece, out now on Amazon, Joined Up Writing 2. And as some of you know, the third piece is ongoing now. Right, enough for the plug-in. This first one's called American Gods, and it's, off my glasses I see better. And it was inspired, I don't know if I've read it here, doesn't matter. It was inspired by an online friend of mine who used to play in the 80s band, Joe Boxers. Lives in California, and it was a review he found from an old gig that they did, where the first line comes from that, I think, the American Gods. Braggadocious swing rock playing, you're dancing with the sun. The stench of broken heart prevails. There's sadness in the funeral home. The women are mourning for a once forgotten son. You may think it doesn't have to, but the world will keep on changing even if you are standing still. You lost it all because you left it all. Don't you remember? Don't you recall? Fear is fiction. If it's real in your mind, it's real in the world. And you let Wednesday sneak out the front door while with death you were preoccupied. And sadness is a feeling that even a dazzle of zebras can get when a lion takes one of the young. Separate hearts that once beat in time, now one rides that elevator to the afterlife where they have to acknowledge the truth before moving on. The other, sitting in a cinema, watching movies made for one, retreating from reality. Yellow lilies, warm white roses step out of the screen between ashes and demons and the shadow moon. Gone, sometimes forgotten, but you remember where he has been. King Cotton, not your memory, but your history so long ago. The past remains in the present, haunted by the hunters, while we are all different birds flying in the same sky, dropping out, falling down, mourning the forgotten, forgetting the morning when it all went wrong. When the flight feathers were clipped because they wanted to stop you flying, to stop you trying to be you. Controlling your living, in control of your death, pulling, sucking out your very last breath. Money lenders, avarice angels whispering, stop dancing, we know what you know. You looked away for a second, knowing his last breath was coming, and you missed that moment in time. Then the music stopped and the sun went out. And that's when the beat went in the box and became that memory. This is a companion piece called Requiem for a Memory. I was ambushed by an enemy I did not know, but tomorrow was soon enough to say goodbye. As the fireflies dance around the moon, your leaving came too soon. Going back to where we first met, as you turned into flowers and floated off into the sky. Like Icarus returning flaming to earth, down into the land of ice and snow. Every journey starts with a single move. And I thanked you for the skates and dinner in your room, But I acted on impulse. I let you go, and I fell on my arse. And you helped me up and showed me my worth. Cruel fate offers so few opportunities to connect that I opened the book with both hands, turning the pages one by one, standing on ice tougher than stone. As each day passed, my Bambi legs got stronger. My foibles and flaws I learned to respect, and the drumbeats came, and we danced until dawn. Then stood on the grey shore, close to the tide, watching the future come in and recede, feeling more secure than I ever believed, part of something for the first time, in it for the long haul, remembering this. Now you are gone. Okay, another bit of publicity now. A week on Friday, I'll be performing, just nipping in, I think, so I'll be working, performing at the Blue Lamp as part of the Leopard magazine showcase, where they're showcasing artists, musicians, poets, who's all had something to do with the leopard over this past year, 18 months, so I'll be performing in that. And then on the 22nd, again at the Blue Lamp, thank you, Paddy, my first open mic poetry event will be going on. Free entry. Want to come along, please support local poets, and hopefully some from elsewhere, less local, who's coming up. Anyway, we're going to try this one. It's called, this one's actually about, I rarely explain my poetry, but this one is about, you wonder where something comes from. You know, you write a song, you write some words, you do a painting, where did it come from, where did the inspiration come from? How do you do what you do? So this is called Conversations with My Expectations. I'm talking to myself, chatting in my head, asking what my thoughts are. Are they filled with joy and dread? Conversation with my expectation, analysing the situation, crotting out the contemplation, wondering if I have any reservations, or is it an excuse for procrastination, a reason for keeping sharp for the duration, continuing my education. So glad of your salutations, but I don't take that as citation, that I live above my station. There's always a realisation that my mind is in forcation, and I still don't know the causation, how it all becomes formation. And if you take my brain out, using a form of abiation, will you find filiation with some of my relations? I am unaware of any orations from older generations, through paternal or cognation, either written or narration, poetic prose or oral striation. So I will cease the examination and mental jactation, because endless mentation and needless iliation won't solve the rhyme's formation, and just accept that sometimes, things happen. Well, I can do one more. Let me see what I'm going to do for you tonight. Something I've had something I've never done before, but I can never remember what I've done or what I haven't done. Yeah, this is just a short one, and it's actually just nothing really. It's called On the Table. They were neither a stone nor a flower, but somewhere in between the answer lay, the hardness of the present and the beauty of the past, suspecting flawed memories. Only the stone, it seems, will last. Troubled conflicts of the present, aching souls that lie within. No happy times to return to, no future, dark and grim. Seeking answers, asking questions, it's all these words can do. Hoping visionary artists can help to pull us through. When caught between a rock and a hard place, always choose the flower, because flowers outlive their beauty, their memory remains. Crucial and yet vital, colours, scent and name. like a painting by Frida Kahlo, a riff from Buddy Guy, something you'll remember some time before they die. As time eclipses memory, choices and decisions, like a stone, are hard and tough, when all you really needed was a soft and gentle touch. And in between was nothing, just an empty space and time, decisions left unfinished, watered down like cheap white wine. Regret, not what you have done, only regret the things undone, because even when it's raining, above it all, that is the sun. Thank you.